Okay.
Hello, this is good evening, and I welcome everyone to today's community engagement show. This is MK Afrobeam Community Engagement Show. Again, my name is Antonia Bedell, and I run a charity here in Milton Keynes called M&G Productions. M&G Productions, as you know, provide support and we promote events that aspire the over 18s that got creative skills in Milton Keynes. And before I go ahead today, I just want to share what we do in our charity and upcoming events that we have once the lockdown has opened fully, and we expect everyone to join us. However, don't forget today's topic is about exercise. Exercise. We've been in lockdown, we've relaxed, we've eaten, we've not, well, some of us do exercise, some of us don't. Some of us work from home, some of us don't. And we've all been under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. We've been worried what's going to happen when we resume, what's not going to happen. So that is why we've got Moniares here to tell us what to do to relieve and to distress and to stretch out all those muscles that have been tensed and tight for this past 2 months. So before Moniares comes on, I just want to share what M&G Productions as a group does for the community. So, if you can see my slide, if you can see the screen.
It's coming up.
It's coming up. Okay.
It's
My Zoom just messed me up there. I can't see anybody there. Sent to Zoom. So can you see this website here?
It's not sharing yet.
It's not sharing yet.
Yeah.
I'm having issues
At the moment.
I'm so sorry about that. I had issues with my connection. I'm going to share this again.
Yes, it's showing now.
Yes. So this is M&G Productions. Like we say, we support people with creative skills in Milton Keynes. So if you're a graphic designer, if you're a screenwriter, if you are a model, and if you have different skills and talents. So what we do, we have different events, we have different fashion shows to promote the community. We've got creative skills workshops as well that we run every three months, or when we have such events ready to go on, to share with the community. And in those community workshops, we've got issues that we talk about employment, we talk about your creative skills, talk about music, talk about designers, we talk about different aspects of skills that you can improve on, that you can work on to benefit or to increase your capability, your opportunities within the entertainment industries. We also try to introduce you or refer you to people or to companies that can support you to achieve those goals. We also run a yearly annual show, which is an awards night for all Black and ethnic, Black and Caribbean minorities in Milton Keynes. 2019, that was our first ever awards night, which we will be opening up the voting link very soon for everyone to go back in and start voting, because we are being very optimistic. We're hoping that in the next 2, 3, 4 months, the company will go back to what it used to be, maybe gradually, but we're hoping to start to have the event possibly before the end of the year. And don't forget, we had musicians like Alan Kim came in, we had people from different television channels, we had musicians all over Milton Keynes and all over the Black ethnic community. And many communities, businesses were awarded for their creativity, for their businesses, and for what their support, their community support for Milton Keynes and its environs. So we just want to let you know that we are here, we are authentic, and we are ready to work with you anytime. Introduce us to your friends, introduce us to your families, to girls, young boys and girls over 18s that have got these creative skills to share with the community. Yeah, so that's us in a nutshell. If you need any more information, please just let me know. Contact us as usual. send us an email, go onto YouTube, give us just go onto our website, go to the contact section just there, and send us any information at all. I mean, send us your link and or your details or your comments, and submit. Just click on the submit button, and we will get back to you. So moving on and moving back to our fitness. Today we've got Moyare Studios. As you can see, like she says, she is an empress. She is a fitness guru, and she's a personal trainer. We've got Moyare here to please take us through the fitness schedules and that she has to advise us on today. Thank you very much. So Moyare, hi, nice to have you here again today. This is all about you today, isn't it? All about exercise.
Thank you. Thank you for the lovely warm introduction, and thank you for sharing my website. So yes, please do visit. It's just been developed. It's www.monyares.com. So please do check it out. So I'll introduce myself. And just to let you know, Empress, we're all empresses. That's the aim for Monyares, to make every woman feel like an empress. So that brings me on to just a small introduction. I'll quickly introduce myself and tell you a bit about me. So I'm Yolanda Musa, and I'm born in Zimbabwe. So hence the term Monyares, which is actually a Shona word from my native tongue, which is Shona, spoken in Zimbabwe. It's not actually a real word. It's play on the word Monya, which is a slang word for kind of a macho man. So it's not actually well, we say macho man, but it's used to describe someone who's typically of strong build. And so Monya is typically used to describe a man, but I wanted to make it feminine. So I added the res in, so it's kind of Monya res, adding the empress element to the word and making it more feminine. Because I strongly believe that fitness is not just for men, and there's myths around like that fitness makes you kind of bulky and makes you look manly, but I believe you know, fitness is for different women, all shapes and sizes. It's not about and the end result is not about looking bulky. It's just about feeling healthy and feeling confident. So I'm just gonna share a few slides with you. So bear with me while I bring up my slides. Hopefully they'll come up. So just gonna full screen share these.
Yeah, you can see that.
Photo shoot I had. So one thing some people don't know as well, that I'm a part-time model. So and kind of modeling fitness wear, but I hadn't sort of considered the kind of sharing my fitness journey as a model. I just sort of focused on, you know, doing photo shoots for sportswear brands. And then I actually thought, you know what, I would like to share my fitness journey, and maybe that will inspire people, motivate people. I sort of don't have a perfect fitness journey, but it might just be what encourages and motivates people. So I actually work as a project officer too. Sorry, I've skipped a slide. So I also work as a project officer full time for the NHS. So being a busy woman with different hats on, I'm sure a lot of us can relate. We've got this going on. We've got a full-time job. We've got this side hustle that we're working on. So time commitment is an issue, and committing to exercise is often the last thing on the list if you're very busy. So that's where I identified the market of the busy woman who's balancing all these things, but still wants to look after herself and wants to keep fit. So Monya Rest is for that busy woman, is for that person who has many different priorities but still wants to prioritize their health. So that is my target market, although I do still offer courses for men as well, but my main target market is the busy woman. So that's a little bit about me. So fitness coach, model, and project officer, those are my three main hats. There's other things I do. So I recently started a podcast, but I think we all have different projects going on, especially during this lockdown. So I'd love to hear as well what you guys are up to. And really, my story is that despite all this going on, I still have time for fitness. So I'm going to share a few tips with you today on how you can still make time for prioritizing your health despite all these other things going on. So yeah, sorry. So as I said, Monures. So I'd love to hear you as well have a go at pronouncing it, because I had a bit of a test run before I launched my brand to see how many people who are not Zimbabwean pronounce the word.
So you want me to pronounce it, or
yes, please.
Monyares?
Yes, that's.
Or is it Monyares?
Yeah, I mean both are spot on. I don't know if Bunmi wants to have a go as well. I just love hearing different people have said it in different ways, but I just stuck with the name. I was like, you know what, because I did have some thoughts like, will it work with people who are not Zimbabwean? If people struggle to pronounce, will they be put off? But what's your thoughts?
Monterey.
Yeah,
I get it
that's
right.
Yeah,
He said it,
Yeah, so it's mentioned, inspired by my native tongue. And it's just a strong woman who's on a mission to achieve her fitness goals. And then my motto is that she's tough, she's fit, and she's an empress. The logo was actually designed by a Zimbabwean brand. So I'm collaborating with a lot of Zimbabwean creatives on this project. They made my website, they made my logo, and down to the music that I use on my workout videos. A lot of it is Zimbabwean music, but I also use African music as well. I'm just repping Africa overall. So this is just a short clip from one of my sessions. So as you can see, I don't have much equipment. The chair is even optional. You can basically do all these workouts without any equipment at all. They're simple and they're basic. And this is an abs routine actually, focused on the abs. And they're quick routines. So when I say time is not an issue, I mean it, because we can actually just get through a 15-minute session. If that's all you have, we can get through a 15-minute ab session. We can get through a little burst of exercise rather than taking a whole hour out of your day. If you haven't got that, Monures is about fitting exercise around your schedule. So I'm all about, making it work for you. My details I'll share at the end on how you can get in touch if you want to find out more about Monures. But I'm going to get into a bit more of an interactive session now, on kind of and have some engagement from the audience, I hope.
Yes.
On kind of sorry, there's one more slide just with some details of what's on offer if you're signing up to join the memberships, but I can summarize at the end as well. But there's loads going on, and even just by following Monures on Facebook and Instagram, there's free monthly challenges. So those are all free. You can join in, and it's just about the community is there to motivate you and support you. And the challenges are daily, so that you get into the habit of exercising every day, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. But it's all about getting into that routine. So I'll post a new monthly challenge each month, and it will have a daily exercise routine for each day of the week, and then you'll have your rest days as well. So I really encourage you to join into the monthly fitness challenge. It's absolutely free, and I just want to see as many people take part and tag in Monures. So I'll let you get in touch with me if you want to find out more about that. We'll get into the interactive session, which I hope the audience will participate and join me with this bit. So
just to let you know that some of us are all dressed up we're all geared up today to go with you, whichever way. If we can, if not, don't worry. And I know some people may be out there wondering, oh, are we supposed to dress up? I did mention, please try and put on something simple. So you're going to be taking us, before you share your next slide, will you be taking us, will we be doing any kind of exercise? Will we be moving, any kind of moving techniques or?
Yes, definitely. So please be ready. I've got my workout gear. We don't need a lot of space. You don't need any equipment. We're keeping it simple. I don't have much space, but I'm going to show you how, we can work with limited space even. So just if you haven't dressed up yet, use this time to dress up, and then please do join us. There's still plenty of time. I'm just going to go through a few kind of tips, share a few tips with you initially. So this bit is just about, this is a question I actually ask when I have new clients joining. It's part of the personal development plan, and it just says, what does fitness mean to you? What does being fit mean for you? What does it look like for you, rather? So so when you think of this question, please do shout out any answers or drop them in the chat. It's a question for the audience, and I just want to hear your thoughts. I do have some sample answers to share after, but what came to mind? What comes to mind?
Well, I think I will have to answer that, I guess. Or would Elizabeth want to give it a go? Would anybody here want to give it a go? Elizabeth? Or Bumi, or who is?
When it comes to exercise.
Okay, Elizabeth, sorry, Bumi. Elizabeth just unmuted.
Hello. Okay.
Hi, sorry, I can't show my video. I'm at work, on Saturdays.
Oh, okay. Hi.
That's fine.
Hi, Lizzie.
Hello.
I didn't know it was you.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, nice to meet you, Bumi. And
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you said, what does being fit look like for you?
Yes. I've left it open. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just I guess generally maintaining a healthy lifestyle, being able to, go about your day-to-day activities, right? And not being tired. Yeah. I suppose that's for me. That would be, because I've got 3 kids and I know, so I do a lot, and I know how my day starts and how it ends. So
yeah.
Okay, and then Bumi, can you help us out as well?
Fitness is just, first of all, for me, keeping healthy. That's number one. Then trying to get kinetic, if I'm allowed to say that language, body movements. Let me put it that way. Body movement. Body movement.
Okay. So I think they've summed it up. You don't really need me to say anything, do you?
You can add if you've got anything to add, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Inspired.
Okay. Yeah, what they've said, what Bumi and Elizabeth said is very important. They said fitness means maintaining our daily activities, keeping fit, keeping healthy with the body. So I would just say, I agree with that. It's more or less about keeping not just our body fit, but our mental health fit. And doing it properly, using the right techniques if we can, or just making sure we take good care of ourselves, physically and mentally.
Yeah, I love that you touched on mental health. And thank you all for sharing your answers. They pretty much sum up the typical sort of things I hear. I like to sort of word the question so it's not asking for something like, something like, oh, I want to like something. It's a very open question whereby you can respond, like you said, Elizabeth, you mentioned your children, you mentioned mental health, very different answers, and that just shows that there's different reasons why people choose to exercise and what fitness means for them. And I'm just going to go to the next slide, which has some of the typical answers that I get from clients, and it just shows like how much variety there is. I mean, it does usually start with a lot of clients saying being happy with my weight is their top reason for sort of choosing to exercise. But then it actually comes down to things like, keeping up with my children as they're running around the park and their pet, because that's even the simple basic things of just lifestyle things and just normal life that you do, and you just want to sort of maintain and be able to do. And then also just, some people have got these watches now, they're sports watches, and they want to just be meeting their targets. Those are some different ways people get motivated, and that's what fitness means for them. I got some people saying they just want to be able to sort of reach their toes when they kind of do the forward bend stretches that we do. So it's just a range of different reasons, and it just showcases that, fitness is not one, it's not one fits all. There's not one reason why people decide to exercise, and you can have your personal reason, use that to motivate you. And yeah, even if you don't have to measure it in one way either. So, some people are looking at the scales, but then, even just being happy with, the progress that you make is a different way of measuring. So you don't have to use the scales all the time. You don't have to look at your clothes size all the time. You can just be happy. Even the breathing part, the flexibility, getting rid of an ongoing pain issue, it's all part of fitness. So I hope that inspires you. And your answers are pretty much some of the answers that came up, but you added a lot more than I've made notes as well. So I'll be sort of adding those to my list. So we're going to get into a bit of myth busting. Like, these are some of the sort of typical reasons why people don't exercise. I'm sure you maybe heard someone saying it, or maybe use some of these excuses yourself. So I'm just gonna quickly run through some of these excuses and kind of a quick solution to them. So the first one is, I hate exercising, which is typical. Like, people associate exercising maybe with going to gym or sweating, and they don't enjoy that type of thing. But this is where I emphasize that, if sweating or going to the gym is not your thing, you don't have to do that. There's different forms of exercise you can do. You can dance in your living room, you can take a walk with your friends, you can, even when you go shopping and you're walking up and down the shops and going to different shopping shops, that's exercises too. So I'm sure you don't hate it when you do it in those situations.
No.
So I think that word hate is quite strong. I'm too busy, as I touched on earlier. You don't have to do an hour of exercise each day. You can do like a 5-minute burst. You can do 5 minutes burst when there's an advert on TV and you're watching TV, an advert comes on, just star jumps or jogging on the spot. You can do 5-minute bursts between work to take some time away from your screen. So it doesn't need, you don't need to sort of be setting an hour aside. Just work around your schedule, see what works for you. And then the second myth is about, I'm too tired. So this actually, I'm too fat, I'm too old, or my health isn't good enough. So this whole my health isn't good enough, exercise actually helps you to build to improve your health, and age is not a factor. I think we were having this conversation earlier, and I mentioned this lady at my gym who's in her 60s, and she can run 5K faster than I am. So age is never a factor. It's also about just choosing the exercise that works for you. She does running, and then she does yoga. She doesn't do any other exercises. She just does what's good for her body and what she enjoys. So you can just, choose what works for you. Age is definitely not a factor. Exercise is known to improve your health. So your health's not being good enough, use the exercise to help with that. And then exercise is too difficult and painful. That touches on the volume and frequency of exercise again. So do moderate exercise. You don't have to reach a point where you're in pain each time for it to be effective. So, I'm just sort of catching some of the messages in the chat. Please do participate, and I'll pick them up later as well. So it's not about no pain, no gain. That's one of the myths that there is, that if you're not in pain, you're not exercising right. No, you don't have to be in pain. You have to, you just moderate exercise and build your strength and gradually get to a point where you're comfortable. And this final excuse, I'm not athletic. Again, you don't have to be athletic to be exercising. I mean, a lot of people think you have to have an athletic background to have an interest, but as I said, fitness comes in different forms. So it doesn't have to be, running 5K every Saturday. It could be something like dancing or skating, ice skating, even with your children. That's still a form of exercise, and no, you don't have to be an athlete to do that. So, just do whatever you enjoy. Yeah, do whatever you enjoy in those circumstances. So those are just some of the exercise excuses, and hopefully some solutions there for you. that you can, if you even hear your friend say these or someone else, maybe you can encourage them with some positive thinking and positive motivational thoughts. Sometimes it just takes that conversation to change their mind. So I'm hoping you'll be my ambassadors and you'll be going out into your community and busting those excuses. If anyone comes to you with that excuse, you'll be like, no, this is why you can still do it. Yeah. Okay.
Lovely. I was just going to ask you quickly.
Sure.
I know you're going to start these techniques. You're going to show us how it's done, or maybe, I don't know where your next slide is going to be. But before you do that, can you just have this in mind? So people might ask, okay, you're going to show me all these techniques. Do I have, can we carry all of them out by ourselves? There are some that you need support. There are some that you can do by yourself, like walking, running. But there are some that you will need somebody to be there to help you, to assist. Just have that in mind when you are sharing the techniques. So please just go ahead, just so that I should let you know.
Okay. No, yeah, definitely. Thank you for that point. And yeah, I certainly will run through things that you can do quite independently. So yeah, so we'll get to that. We're just going to go through a quick interactive exercise again. So I'm hoping for a bit of your participation with this one again. So we'll be rounding up the slides soon and getting on to the actual fitness bit shortly. So these are a few exercise truths and myths. So I just need you to identify which is a truth, which are the truths and which are the myths. So just shout out the answers or drop it in the chat, whichever you're comfortable with. So this is the first one. If you exercise, you will lose weight no matter what you eat.
If you exercise, you will lose weight.
Yeah.
Really? Do you think so?
So you can basically say you can eat whatever you want. So I can exercise now, then I can go and have McDonald's and all that. It doesn't matter because I've done my exercise. So now, I'm all good. What are your thoughts? It might sound, what's your thoughts, Inish?
Well, I would think if someone has exercised already and then you eat something, I think the food, it's very confusing because if I've gone for exercise and then I come back and I have something to eat, it doesn't really matter because whatever it is I'm eating is going to leave some volumes on my body, won't it? So I'm going to add a little bit of weight. It's only if after eating and then I go out and exercise again, then I burn off that fat. It depends on what I eat, isn't it? So yes, I think it depends on what I eat. Yes, if I eat something that is so fatty, maybe from a joint, what's it called? Fast food joint or no, definitely I'm going to add weight. But if it's something healthy, if you just keep me the way I am, well, that's just me. I may be rambling, but...
No. Any other thoughts from anyone else before I move on?
Yeah, I think when you exercise, or let's put it for it like this: if you have a goal, right? If you're exercising because you want to lose weight, right? Not just because you want to just just want to be healthy. Like if you have a weight problem and you want to lose weight, I think it's better to do everything in moderation, right? You exercise and you also watch what you eat, right? It doesn't. I'm not saying you have to go off everything that that is good, that is lovely, that you love to eat, but you have to do it in moderation, balance it up.
Yeah,
that's the issue anyway.
Spot on both of you. Spot on both of you, because the clue was in that phrase, no matter what you eat. So it's suggesting that it doesn't matter what you eat, but it does. Like Antonia said, like grabbing the fast food is not the best thing to do, and you can still have your favorite foods in moderation, but like exercising doesn't mean that you can have McDonald's now, like unlimited McDonald's because you are doing your exercises. So as maybe in our minds it sounds a bit like crazy, but it is a common thing that people think that I've done my exercise, I can now have all these chocolate bars, all this McDonald's, and yes, we do burn calories, but even the most rigorous exercise will only cover like maybe one chocolate bar that you eat. So it doesn't excuse you basically to go out and start to binge on McDonald's. So what you eat still is very important. So it's exercising and having that diet, a good diet there, balanced diet, and
Yeah.
eating, yeah, and still enjoying your
Fantastic.
favorite foods in moderation. So we'll move on to the next one. So this is another truth or myth. So working out on an empty stomach will help you burn more fat. So what's your thoughts on this one?
What is it again? Sorry, what's your question again?
So is it true or is it a myth? So working out on an empty stomach will help you burn more fat.
I don't think so. Why would you even want to work out on an empty stomach anyway? What if you fall down and you faint, while exercising? You still need to build your body system. You still have to eat something to keep you going. Won't you need the energy for the exercise?
Absolutely. You need the energy to be able to work out and, how are you going to do it? Yeah. You just collapse. Have to have something, Yeah.
Yeah. Spot on again. You guys seem to be experts. Yeah, and you're right. It actually can make you feel dizzy and weak during the workouts if you haven't had anything to eat. And it's again something maybe in our minds it sounds like, why would you do that? But it is as common that people think that I have to be on an empty stomach and I'll burn more calories because I've not eaten, and it's quite harmful. So yeah, so just busting out these myths and just talking through them, because not everyone, it's not common knowledge for all basically. So it's just important that we address these myths and hopefully educate those around us who may not know. Okay, so this one is one I've had discussions on. You can lose weight without sweating. So what's your thoughts on this one?
I don't think so. And lose because you need to lose that. I mean, that sweat is part of
you burning the fats and
But
I might be wrong, but that's what I feel anyway.
And again, I don't know if this is correct. I understand some people don't sweat. Some people don't sweat. It may just be a little bit of, is it, for me, it's sign. Is that correct or not? Some people don't sweat. Whatever they do, they're still the same. So it's all about the body system. And again, you're right, Elizabeth. To me, I agree with you. For you to show that you've exercised, you have to sweat. However, is it everyone that sweats? There you go. For me, what do you have to say? Because you are sighing and you're... Oh God, it's true now.
Sweat comes, no matter how you exert your physical body, sweat should naturally come out, except if you've not done it well. If you exert your physical, your strength, or let me say yourself physically, naturally, sweat should come out. And when sweat comes out often, when you're exercising, at least in my own understanding, you're burning out some fat.
Okay, so very interesting. So this is actually true. So you can lose weight without sweating, and unfortunately, this is quite typical that people believe. I don't know if you've heard of those waist trainers and the trends that people are wrapping plastic around to sweat and believe that's helping them to lose weight, when all it is sort of a temporary fix. It's not a long-term solution. So actually, sweat is a reaction when your body overheats, and you're just losing kind of solutions of salt and organic substances. You're not. You can work out, and I work out actually, and I don't always sweat. So I'm one of those people that you're like, what's going on? But it doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. It's just, as mentioned, it's a reaction as your body overheats. So you notice you even sweat in heat. So it's basically a myth. It's a myth that you need to sweat to lose weight. Basically, you can still exercise and not sweat and lose weight. So yeah, I do understand that you feel like you know, you should see someone really suffering all the time. But this is where I said, it's not about, you know, reaching that pain threshold where you're in pain. That's when you feel like you've done an effective workout. No, it's exercise is a lot about consistency, and even in moderation, it's still effective. So, ladies, let's not push ourselves like to a point where we're like broken, like we're not satisfied till we sweat, basically. And the waist trainer trend as well. I've just had a few conversations about that because I've been asked my advice, and yeah, I just don't think it's a long-term solution anyway. Okay, so weight training will bulk you up. This is another one that, what are your thoughts on this one? We're coming to the end of the truth and myths exercise, but I just want to hear, do you think using weights makes you bulky like those bodybuilders? What's your thoughts? Does anyone use weights at the moment?
Sorry, you mean losing weight making you look bulky?
Oh no, weight training. So using weights, those like
Okay.
dumbbells, barbells,
Okay.
does that lead to you looking bulky? Is that what it leads to if you use those weights? What's your views on this?
Okay, my view is that it brings out muscles, you know, and with muscles, definitely you get to have certain bumps, if I'm to call it that way. So for men, anyway, at least the muscles get to develop, even for women too, muscles come up. That's my thing.
Okay. Do you think you necessarily bulk up as a result, like become one of those bodybuilders if you use weights? Like,
there's a way you can moderate it, that you don't really need to become like all those bodybuilders. Because for me, I don't know whether I'm allowed to say this. Women who go too much into bodybuilding, you understand, they lose certain level of femininity, you understand. Femininity in terms of beauty, splendor, and all that. If you get too muscular, I just believe that femininity aspect of you maybe it's wearing, thinning out, or let me say wearing out. It's just a personal belief or conviction anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Some people will find that muscular body build as beautiful, as attractive, as
That's why. So
nice, you know. But people are different, you know. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I may be wrong, or we may be right, or may be wrong. But yes, some people use it. Depends on your end game and your end goal. My goal, because I know when I used to go to the gym a lot, I didn't go to the gym to add abs. I just, if I go in, I just want to make sure that my arms are fit, you know. I didn't want to have those things here, you know, it's gone. Okay. So I used to do all that. I used to carry weight, but I used to do it also to help my, what's it called? The abs, the top part of me. So it wasn't meant for me to go and be looking like that. But some people do it because they have different, it depends on your personal trainer. They have different reasons, different body. I believe you all have different body techniques for different body goals. So it depends on what you need. Depends on what you need.
Yeah. Any other thoughts? It's pretty much spot on. So it's pretty much spot on. It's I mean, the what I was trying to get at with this is that it doesn't, like, using, some people are actually scared to pick up weights because they think, you know, they're going to end up looking muscular and bulky, and they don't want that. But actually weights can be used as a way to lose weight, lose certain fat, like you said, around the arms, and then it just creates definition in your arms, and you have your goal, you set your goal, if you don't overdo it. Like, there's people who are intentionally working towards a bodybuilder figure, so they will have heavier weights and they will be bulking up and eating the relevant food. But if you're just looking to tone your arms, you can still use weights, just go for more lighter weights. But yeah, ladies, don't be scared of weights is what I'm trying to get at with this. And it's not going to make you look bulky. I know a lot of women run away from the weight section in the gym because they think that's for the guys, that's for the men. But yeah, please do use them. Just use them in moderation if you don't want to be too bulky. Okay, so this is the last one, I believe. So no pain, no
Sorry, can
gain.
I ask- sorry. So are you saying that lifting weightlifting, right, helps you
Mm,
to lose bulky weight? That what
It,
you're
it
saying?
can, so it helps with the muscle with definition. So if you've got like sort of if you want to sort of trim and define the arms, you can use hand weights, dumbbells. You can use slightly lighter ones, so you don't have to go too heavy, and you can just do moderate exercises the arms. It just it I think people run away from them assuming they're gonna get really muscly arms, but actually it's just moderation um knowing this is my target, and then being set on your target, and then stopping when you feel like you've reached you're satisfied with your target. But yes, just encourage you to use weights. Okay, so no pain, no gain is the last one there. It's just about, what I was saying earlier. Do you need to reach a sort of point where you're in pain for you to feel the exercise is effective?
I don't think so. No. Well, I don't think so.
Mm,
No.
yeah,
I don't think you have to
yeah,
be in pain. If you're not going to enjoy exercise, why do it in the first place?
yeah.
Because I
That's it.
believe,
That's it.
you're going there for leisure. It's more or less like leisure, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not
definitely.
for, yeah. It's not a
Yeah,
punishment.
that's it. And again, to us, it's very much maybe very clear in our minds, but unfortunately, it's about some people. It's not the same. So you don't have to hurt. You don't have to be hurting for you to be doing something effective. And if it's hurting for too long, then you're probably causing damage or doing something wrong. And I would advise like you seek like physio help, or get someone to coach you rather than endure the pain. So yeah, you will get the common pain when you start working out. That goes away gradually. But if it's anything ongoing, then it's not good. It's not good pain, and just seek professional advice. But just emphasizing the point that you don't need to be in pain each time. It doesn't need to hurt. So just moderation is key, ladies and gents. So I think that's the last one from the myth busting. And here were just a few top tips on embedding fitness into your lifestyle without necessarily exercising as we know it, without going to the gym. It's just some few tips on thinking outside the gym. So like how can we do exercise without going to the gym? So those are things like I mentioned before, just putting your favorite music on, dancing, getting the family involved, going for family walks, I don't know, family parties. We danced a lot at African parties, I'm sure. That's a form of exercise in our normal lifestyle. House chores, making house chores count as exercise. Um, if you've got one of these watches, they're great because they actually show you how much you actually do on a daily basis without realizing you're exercising. So as you're doing your chores, hoovering around the house, you'll be doing quite a lot there. Whenever you've got the opportunity to take the stairs, take the stairs. Whenever you can leave your car, park a bit further away from where you work or the shops, and just walk instead, if you can. Another one is standing. So again, with a watch, with like a fitness watch, you get it shows you how often you stand during the day. And I think standing is one of those things we don't realize how good it is for us to just stand up. So maybe if you're working, if you can get some erase platform for your laptop, stand and do your work while standing for a change. That's just one little tip you can embed. And something I've started doing with work is taking walking meetings where I'm walking while I'm doing a meeting. So my workplace is actually encouraging this to do these walking meetings. You just turn your camera off and just explain that I'll be listening in, but I'm out on a walk. And most organizations are really supporting that, especially during lockdown. So just have a chat with your teammates and just check they're okay with you doing a walk and talk meeting. And then even if you're back in office, just moving around at work. If you need to get a drink, go to the kitchen that's far away if you've got like one of those workplaces with different kitchens, or just take some time to go over to the desk to chat to your colleague. just use different ways to walk around the furthest printer or something. And like, as I mentioned earlier about exercising during advert breaks, that's a really good one. You want to be taking advantage of any minutes of boredom where you normally just think, what do I do this time? Just do some star jumps, some stretches. But yeah, those are a few top tips. And lastly, before
Can I
we
ask a
get
question?
into, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it might be a bit embarrassing. I find it because I'm quite endowed, I'm quite busty. So I always struggle, like, with the star jumps you're talking about now, right? Is there any
I actually
tips
have an
about
I actually have an alternative for that. So perhaps actually in my demonstration, I can show you, because actually it's perfect because I don't have much space. So I'll show you an alternative to the star jumps because that I'll show you. So just last slide and then we'll get into our activity. This just got all my handles there.
I will
And our
just
website information.
thank you very, very much, Yolanda. Just give me a few seconds to share this, to promote these businesses for some of our members, please, and then that will give you time to get ready. Okay, just give me.
Thank you. I'm just going to turn my camera off while I just set up my.
Quickly. Thank you very much. Wow, what's an engaging discussion. All the things we thought, most of us have been thinking when we. Yolanda, please, you have to unshare, please. While we, that's the myth, she just told us about the different myths of exercise. Some people say they hate going to exercises, some people don't like exercises, some people say they're too busy, and others also feel like, yes, it's not everyone that sweats, she said. So just because you're not sweating doesn't mean you are. Oh, sorry, that was my network. Can you see me now?
We can see you, but we can't see what you're trying to share.
Yeah, my network is, every time I try sharing, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so can you see this?
Yes.
now we can share it.
So I'm just going to share Miss Agenda Course clothing line. This is a designer. She makes lovely Asian designs. I'm just going to, so she makes bed sheets as well. If you look at the style, very nice. And her contact detail is there. If you need to get in touch with her anytime at all, just give her a call. I'm just going to post her details on the. Bumi, I don't know what's going on with my list. Can you just help me copy that? I will do that later. The address and add it onto the chat. My network is misbehaving today. Apologies.
Okay.
So if you need to get in touch, she's got lovely bed sheets. There's so many of them. So these are just part of, and these designs are made all the way from India, and they're beautiful. So her name is Miss Agenda Kaur. She's also a beauty therapist as well. And she's got these clothes as well, not so expensive. So they're different styles. I just couldn't add them all here. So please try and get in touch with Miss Kaur anytime you want to change your bed sheet. It's almost springtime, so don't forget to get in touch with her at any time. So we've got Bethesda Network. Oh, Moriah. So it's run by Moriah Presley. She's a leadership. She is a counselor within Labour Party here in MK. She's a Nigerian, and she's a personal development coaching advisor. So what she does is she mentors group mentors people on how to promote yourself, integrate with other people, increase your capability, and also uplift your opportunities at your place of work. And I'll just show you her website briefly. Can you see that? Can you see this website?
Yes, we can.
You can. Okay, so in here is Bethesda, and owned by Moriah Presley. So she runs different events, different programs, not just to support women, but also the Black and ethnic minority. She's done a lot for Milton Keynes. So right now, she's got a new program going on, and it is for mentoring. So if you need advice on how to progress with your business, how to get promotion, how to be educated, how to expand your business, and you don't know what to do, just go on to Bethesda, a network, internet network is there. I mean, our website is up there on the system. And if you need any more information, please just let me know. Thank you very much. So that's that in a nutshell. So I will leave the stage back to you, Yolanda, if you're ready.
Yes, just checking which camera is best to use. I think I'll use this one.
Okay.
So feel free to have camera on or off, whichever you're most comfortable with. I'll probably leave both of my cameras on so you can see from different angles. I think you can see both angles at the moment. Again, so limited space, but we're gonna work with that. Let me lift up this one so you can see my face on one and then my lower body on the other one.
Okay.
So can you all see me clearly? Can you see me clearly?
Well, yes, we can.
Okay, I'll lower this one again. So yeah, I'm just going to start with a very basic movement. So we'll start with a bit of a warm up, and I'll show you that alternative to the jumping jacks, as I think Elizabeth said she wanted to see an alternative to the jumping jacks. So because you need to see my feet. Can you see my feet, or is it not low enough?
Yes, we can. I can see your feet.
You can see them. Okay,
Yeah.
so an alternative to the jumping jacks would just be stepping out. So stepping one foot out to the side. So you'd still use your arms, because jumping jack is about the arms as well as the legs moving. And then if you felt to speed it up, you just kind of increase the speed, the pace.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about keeping the arms and the legs moving. So a regular jumping jack, of course, would be when you actually
Like
jump.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone's joining me or.
Oh, okay. Do you want us to join you?
Yeah. So we'll use the jumping jacks as a warm up,
Okay.
since we've spoken about them. So we'll start with them as a warm up, and then we'll get into
Okay.
a
So
very quick routine.
we have to do what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Lovely.
if you're
Oh
able
my
to join
God.
me, and feel free to. I'm gonna try to put some music, but I don't know if it's gonna come through okay, or I don't know.
Okay.
Let me test it and see if it comes through. If not, can you hear it?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Okay, let's start with this jumping jacks then. So you've got your option, and you can go along with the music if you feel comfortable, if you can hear it. So just step in left foot, right foot. Okay, and then those who want to take up the pace, join me as I take up the pace.
But it's okay, I can do it for you.
If you want to stay with the previous pace, you can keep stepping.
Oh, I think I'll go
Few
with
more
it.
seconds. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna switch it up now. We're gonna just reach left to right with just the arms, just reaching to the far side. This is just a warm up. That's it. Warming up the side. That's it. Really reaching, so you're really trying to reach to the side. So now let's slide the hand down the side and switch over to the other side. Just as low as you can go. Don't worry about going too low. That's it. Okay, hands on the waist, and we're just going to rotate round in circles. So just rotating forward and all the way around to the back, just warming up the back. Okay, let's take it the opposite way now. So this is the stretching bit, which I always emphasize is really important to do before any exercises start. Okay, let's get into our legs a bit more. So with our legs, we're just going to lift up the leg and just hold it in. Just squeeze the leg in to your body. So you're just hugging it in and just holding there for a few seconds. Okay, let's release that. And let's change it into quad stretch. So quad stretch, you just pick up your foot and you squeeze it in. You're keeping your knees together and you're pushing your hips forward. So that increases the stretch there in your quad. Squeeze and push your bum, squeeze and push your hips forward. Okay, let's release. Let's do it on the other side now. Just holding that leg. Just hold it in. Okay, let's change it up again and quad stretch on this side, on the other leg now. So you in quad stretch, you bring your knees close together. You're pushing your hips forward, tucking your bum in. So you notice with the stretches, I start with some moving, kind of get your heart rate up before you actually get into these stretches where you're holding. It's important that you first warm up the body, warm up the muscles, and then you start your stretches.
Yeah.
So that's just the order. Okay, so we're gonna do a very quick routine now. So that was a warm up.
Oh my God.
But we
Oh
won't
my
do
God.
it too long. It just be a taste. I won't go for too long. So we're gonna start with some going down into some squats. So you're gonna just lower down to touch the floor, and then you're gonna pick up. You're gonna keep your knees out to the side, and then you're just gonna come up. So these are squats with touch down to the floor. So you're really going low enough to touch the floor, but you're keeping your chest up. That's it. Let's bring our elbows into it now. So we're just gonna circle our elbows at the top. We're gonna circle through our shoulders at the top. So circle the shoulders at the top, squat down, circle the shoulders, squat down, and circle the shoulders. Okay, now we're gonna take it into some knee to elbow. So you're gonna come opposite knee to opposite elbow. So you're bringing the knee nice and high. Bring that knee nice and high. Hoping you came ready for this.
Oh my God, I didn't expect to do all this, but hey, it's good though. All these muscles that have been tight since this lockdown, man, I can feel it. Mr. Bumi, what's going on?
Okay, now we're gonna come down in our low squat, and we're just gonna reach from side to side in that squat. So you're just reaching over your head, but you're staying low in your squat. So try to stay low in your squat if you do this.
Okay, stay low. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, stay low in your squat. So you're working your legs, you're also stretching your thighs. Your legs are burning.
Amen. I need to try and join your lessons. I can feel all my bones that have been aching. For me, what are you saying? We need to join this.
Yeah,
exactly.
join.
Well done.
Yes,
well done.
Let's shake those legs out. Let's release.
More or less like we are dancing now.
Yeah. Let's use the music. So let's do a jog, just a gentle jog on the floor. But let's bring our knees up, if you can, into high knees. So you can move your hands out in front of you. So again, with this one, if you don't like jumping up and down, just step. But if you're stepping, really bring those knees up high. That's it. And you can add the bounce, especially if you've got your music. You can use the music to encourage you to go faster.
Can't go faster as fast as you behave. So we can go at our own pace, yeah?
Yeah, whatever pace you're comfortable with. So this is all about, there's different beats to the music. So it's got the fast one where you can follow that one, or you can You can follow the slow one, which is going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
We're just gonna finish off. Let's finish off with some twist from side to side. So just really twisting to the side.
Wow. Fantastic.
Okay.
Yolanda, this is
All right.
well done.
Thank you. No,
Thank you so much.
You had an easy escape from my regular 30, from my usual 30-minute sessions.
Oh, really? Wow. This is
No,
just,
but thank you.
I like 5-6 minutes and I can feel, oh my, you see me breathing. That's to show you how lazy I've been. I've not been exercising.
No, thank you
Wow.
for joining in.
I'm very busy walking around, but I think I now know that I need more exercise.
You feel it, don't you, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I noticed that I tend to, like breathe very fast when I do, like I run just a little or something, or I climb the stairs. So that means I really do need more exercise.
Yeah. And that breathing is something we work on as well in the sessions, because once you know how to manage your breathing and control, it helps you go for a bit longer. Because I find when I'm running, when I'm ready to give up, I just use my breathing. So my experience from doing yoga has taught me how to breathe through those challenging times when I'm just about to give up. Just take a deep breath and then just release. So there's some breathing techniques you can use to help you push through.
Can I ask a question, right? I don't know if this has happened to anybody, right? I noticed sometimes when I haven't gone for a walk for a long time and I try to go for walks, right? I tend to find my thighs start itchy, feeling funny, I'm start touching my two thighs. What does that mean?
I've had that since I was, because I've been having that since I was young. It's called hives. So
okay.
I actually take antihistamine. So it's an allergy, basically. It's an allergy.
I'm overweight. Okay.
I've had it since I was a child. So because I used to run, it would be like I didn't understand it until I was just told. So just before I go for my run, I take like a Benadryl, normal hay fever tablets, and as long as you take it like at least 10 minutes before, you'll be fine. But I'm trying to reduce like the amount I take them, but it's unfortunately it's an allergy. Yeah. It's not weight. No.
I thought maybe it's because if you've not walked for a long time and you start walking, then your body it's reacting. Maybe it's adjusting to walking again. So that isn't what it is.
You don't mean that I'm very, very, I'm very active. Just even alone in my house alone. So I just wonder, why is it that now when I just decide to go for a walk, I just find myself, I start scratching. I'm like, God, what's going on? I can't stop scratching.
Yeah, double check it with your doctor. But when I had the same, it would be like an itchy feeling, and it would just almost be like it's outdoors as well. So indoors I'm okay. Yeah, it's outdoors. It's when I go outside.
Yeah, it might be.
And it was nothing to do with my fitness, because I was active. I was doing running. So I even had to switch to cycling, because it was particularly when I walked or ran. But if I was cycling, I was okay. So
Oh, now we know. Because normally what some of us do is after, I just can't wait to go home. It's very irritating. So as soon as I get home, I go straight in the shower. And as soon as you put the warm water in, it stops. Or if you just rinse your legs, it stops. So now I know.
For years just speak to your doctor to double check. But I was so relieved when I found out, because I even stopped running as a result. I started driving, and I was avoiding anything like walking for long distances. It's usually when I'm doing a brisker walk, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand it back in Zimbabwe. It was when I moved to the UK, and then I went to see a doctor here, that they immediately understood what I was talking about. So
fantastic. Thank you very much. Mr. Bumi, how did you enjoy your exercise? You tried, you did very well.
It was needed anyway, because for example, like the thigh stretching of a thing, you understand, honestly, I was feeling some kind of stress, yeah,
Yeah.
around the thigh area, which is quite. It's been a long while since I've had such workouts anyway. And can you imagine? We've been on a lockdown for a very long time. I know that the first 4 months I was getting on with exercise, but after a while I just left it. You understand that?
Yeah.
Exactly. But tonight's one, I guess maybe it has just reawakening certain things inside of me.
Yes, it's more or less like a wake-up call that, look, we all have to take care of ourselves. You did very well. So you never know, you might start having new customers from Mr. Bumi to Elizabeth and some of our guests out there. So now, thank you very much. It's been a very amazing time. We'll see if we can still bring you in for a different set of techniques this time. And maybe we could do some more. I think we need more exercise like this, whereby more people will come in and or they could just come straight to you. What would you prefer? Would you like to come back again? Do you think it's something you want to come back and discuss or go through more routine with us? Or I know they're going to come to you, they're going to register with you. Do you think you're ready to come back again?
Oh, actually, yeah, because I could actually do just a pure, if everyone's up for it, just do a pure exercise session where it's just we meet as a group and we do. Everyone's come ready to do the exercises and you're well prepared for them. We could do all together if everyone's comfortable. I know it's often, sometimes it depends because some people may not be comfortable in a group setting. So if people to contact me for one-to-ones, I'm also happy for you to share my details. But if everyone's comfortable in a group, then I'm happy to come back.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh yes. So yes, please, we need you to support our lady Yolanda Musa. Not just supporting her, she's also going to be supporting you, and that means getting in touch with her, logging onto her page, her website. And the website is, I'm just going to share it with you again.
I got it already. I already sent it to my daughter to keep because of my work. So she's already happy because she's a fitness freak herself. So
there we go.
Ah, perfect.
So I'm just going to share her to our guests out there. I'm having issues with my nails and let me know.
Yeah, it's not sharing.
And now it's not sharing.
Can one lose weight? Like weight if you lose, because I'm always wondering about that. Like